So how's it awkward?
It's just one of those things where I just don't feel like talking sometimes. And quite often it's a lot, really.
To be fair, there's a lot of times where I just don't feel like talking. Like, for example, I was going to stream last night, and I just decided, you know what? I'm just too tired, and I just don't feel like it. So I never.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing that I wanted to do. I went ahead and pushed the button. I'm about to turn the webcam onto me. So should be able to see me.
Been off since I've even been on your stream. Christ.
Well, like I said, I wanted to do something special, and I needed a Brit, and you're it. I don't know many Brits, and technically, Dr. Zed doesn't count because he's Scottish.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, I received this nice little package from Amazon. Dad called it a care package. I figured now is the best time to get in on this. I don't know how many times I'll be doing a segment such as this. I figured what better than to, I don't know, call it RK Eats. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'll have to see about muting the stream first. No.
How's the wee one doing?
Huh?
How's the wee one doing?
Dawn, you mean?
I thought that was a little kid.
Oh, no. No, not at the moment. Yeah, that's squeaky doors and shit.
Oh, that's squeaky? Wow.
Yeah.
Inside this little care package, I have courtesy of Cadbury, several British candy bars.
Ah. Because, by the way, is your stream meant to be just displaying, the playlist?
Oh, so it's not showing, it's not showing me? Hang on. It should be showing me now. I hope.
You'll have to give it a second to catch up in case.
It should be showing me now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
By the way, that listen aside, I was displaying that a couple of streams ago as well. It's for my Party.tv playlist. If I can manage to get two people on along with me, I can switch over to the main 3-player games. 3 people, I can get 4-player games going. It would be nice if I can get 6 for the spin game, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
So anyway, British candies, all courtesy of Cadbury. And I figured it was going to be Cadbury because they're kind of huge over there.
Whispers, yeah. We know of those.
I learned this from listening to OSW Review. So so I got a Cadbury as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, bloody mine.
And a Cadbury Twirl.
Yeah, those are definitely nice. Because I'm not as much of I haven't got as much of a sweet tooth, unfortunately, as I used to, but I don't know. But they are deep chocolates, at least. Say that.
you ever have a personal preference when you were growing up?
I can't recall, to tell you the truth.
Oh.
I really can't recall.
Huh. When I was growing up, my favorites were like Twix bars and I think Three Musketeers. I don't know if you got that over there, but yeah, that was my those were my personal preferences back in the day.
I know we get Twix over here, but I can't recall having heard of the Three Musketeers. But there again, some people might also say I'm sheltered.
And nowadays I'm into Reese's Pieces. Lots of room for more, obviously.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, man? I haven't heard from you in ages.
Not a crazy amount to tell you the truth. Picked up bits and pieces every so often with stuff because I've got picked up some new Dreamcast games, that sort of thing. But
Dreamcast, oh shit.
Like, yeah.
Any particulars?
Dead or Alive 2, Virtualon, Oratorio Creme, and PSO.
I think I played DOA 2 on Dreamcast. It was really hard to get into, mostly because of the 3-button setup and the constant reliance on throw escapes, and I kind of suck at that.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so I'm about to dig into Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Because don't they use different chocolate over there for your Cadbury stuff?
Over here it's mostly Cadbury Creme eggs.
Ah.
And I've been told that British chocolate tastes a lot different. So I have to see this for myself, and I can see from the way the chocolate is melted, it didn't really it had a little bit of difficulty surviving the trip. As you can see on the bottom one here, the logo is very, very melted.
Yeah, that's understandable. Shipping will do that. And yeah, I don't know how much different the chocolate's going to taste now because of various sorts of takeovers of Cadbury's, all that stuff, but hopefully it's not too shitty. Too shitty.
Well, again, I've heard so many different flavors and so many different variants from Cadbury, just based on the gimmick of what bar. In reference to the Macho Man having very, very colorful appearances and types. So
yeah.
what bar is he this week? And evidently it's just really easy to make a candy bar out of it because there's different color layouts for everything.
Yeah. Because how did you find that one?
Well, they didn't disappoint. It is milk chocolatey.
Hmm.
I'll go ahead and set this one aside for now. Because I don't know how long I have on the line, so I'll go through these really quick.
Yeah, of course.
Just seems like it's really rare nowadays to where you and I can even do this on the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Cadbury Picnic. Crunchy, chewy, fruity feast covered in Cadbury chocolate. I can definitely see nuts and see raisins. One thing Tiny Tina will blow your face off for.
I haven't played Borderlands 2 in such a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely like a... What does this remind me of? It kind of reminds me of these... it's kind of like a Snickers bar. But I'm guessing that because it has raisins, it's going to be a little bit different in the taste. Well, down the hill. Okay, I think this one's defective. I didn't taste any raisins.
I can recall that the picnic bars being pretty nice. It's just I haven't those good while. Because over here they've started doing stuff like dairy milk Oreo flavour.
Okay, this next one is a Whisper.
Yeah, that's basically, if I recall right, that's basically just gonna be milk chocolate again, but it's gonna have air bubbles in it, so it's gonna be more light. No.
What's the point of making a candy bar with air bubbles inside?
Probably to change the texture, even if I'm bit, because yeah, like I said, I might be slightly wrong. I just haven't exactly gone for that much chocolate in wine.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pass on this one because I've never been a big fan of caramel, but there is a Star Bar in here, and I do remember that one being referenced in OSW.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I recall that being decent at least.
Oh, pardon me. Curly Whirly.
Oh god, yeah, that I'm trying to find a way to describe it. Because I can't. I'm trying to recall exactly what it has in the center of it, but I can recall that it has this sort of laddery, sort of spiral type shape, except flattened down.
Well, only one way to find out. Oh my, this looks weird as fuck. John. What is with these shapes? This looks like a pretzel.
I don't know. I'm not exactly the one that came up with it. But like I said, it's sort of laddery, virally type thing. And yeah.
Okay, I have an aunt that's in the other room that probably would get a kick out of it because it's caramel type.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it had caramel in it, so I wasn't sure. And I didn't want to... Yeah, because of the fact it might actually be toffee rather than caramel.
Oh god, now I gotta take about the next 2 years to chew it.
Yeah. Some of our stuff is a little bit weird.
My god, it actually looks like a piece of brains when you wad it up into a ball. I'll finish chewing it later.
Yeah.
That sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Oh god, double decker. Nougat.
Ooh, that's got nougat in half of it. So when you bite into it, it's sort of, I think it's like the top half is nougat, the bottom half is. The closest description I'd have for it is maybe like Rocky Road-ish sort of texture, kind of tough, but not really tough.
And once again, it looked like it had trouble getting shipped.
Again, that ain't surprising. Chocolate's never the most durable of things. Except, of course, in MRE.
Fuck you guys doing in here?
Chocolate.
Fucking chocolate?
Yeah, British.
It's fucking weird.
Hey, what's up, Shindu?
Sup, Reese?
Flip the stream on, you'll see my gorgeous face.
Sorry, I'm already blind enough as it is. I don't want to go any more blind. I mean, oh no, I'm busy at the moment. Totally can't open your stream. Totally.
More Mass Effect?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just playing around with my character sheet in my Pathfinder game.
Ah, gotcha.
Just updating and stuff like that. So what are you up to?
Well, to summarize, a couple weeks ago, I bought a British chocolate package, and I received it about 2 weeks ago, and it's been sitting here ever since because I wanted to do this right.
So you have melted chocolate all over your fucking desk or something?
Yes and no. Yes and no. They melted, but during shipping a little bit. Some of the logos are kind of melted, but I guess it's the thought that counts. But the one thing that caught my interest was all the different types of packaging, all the different types of labels, all by Cadbury. Shendu, you know what Cadbury makes here, right?
It makes chocolate.
What do they sell here in the States?
I don't fucking know. Chocolate. I don't keep up with your fucking crazy companies.
Here they're responsible for the Creme eggs.
Okay. So?
I had no idea they made so much more. There's like different colors and labels. All these.
Oh my god, new colors! New colors!
Like Wispas, Star Bars, Flakes, what kind of just crunchies.
Oh god, Flake.
Cadbury
Pearls. That Flake lives up to its name.
Curly Whirly. Which, imagine a really, really chewy pretzel. Really chewy caramel pretzel.
Okay.
It's going to take me 12 years to eat that. And when you came in, I was trying out a double-decker, which is... You said it's Nougat and Rocky Road?
That sort of type of thing, at least. That was the closest approximation I could describe it as.
Well, awesome this conversation is. It's aggravating my diabetes, so I gotta head out. I gotta watch my sugar.
I'll see you later, Shendu.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Shendu's awesome. Those watching the stream, check him out. Why don't you? Shendu Demo. Shendu Demo on YouTube. Okay, you said, what was it, the list? What was up to his name? The Twirl?
The Flake lives up to its name.
The Flake. Okay, what is
The-
a Flake? The crumbliest, flakiest milk chocolate.
Yeah. You probably want to put something down to catch all of it.
Because it crumbles so easily. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
It's really... Because when you open it, you're likely to just have bits of it go, oh, shit. And now it's in your lap. Not big bits, but sort of, oh, that was a tiny piece of chocolate that fell onto my lap. Oh, another bunch of them.
It looks like a loaf of chocolate, like a loaf of bread. Tastes good though.
Yeah, right. It's not necessarily bad quality chocolate. It's just really fucking messy because the amount of time when people will open them up over here and suddenly, oh crap, now I've got to...
Somebody gets
All because of...
And oh my god, there's chocolate everywhere. Well, you should never do it like that.
But yeah, no matter how hard some people try and open it carefully, so to speak, to make sure it doesn't spill, it just kind of goes... It's difficult to try and make sure you don't spill it.
It would probably help to open it like you're opening up a package of live scorpions very carefully.
Very apt description.
So, let's see what else we got here. The Twirl, the Star Bar, the Whisper, the Crunchy, the Caramel, which I'm skipping because fuck caramel. Okay. Get that Friday feeling with Crunchy. Golden honeycomb wrapped in Cadbury milk chocolate.
Yeah, that basically that is honeycomb in chocolate. Yeah.
As opposed to honeycomb cereal?
Yeah, it's not cereal, it's sort of, imagine you just got something, caramelized it, and then you poured it into a sort of mold, and it had formed into this honeycomb bar sort of thing. It's that sort of consistency of honeycomb, more than it. Can be a bit brittle when you open, but yeah.
I can see what they're talking about. It looks like the inside of a Butterfinger, only it's a lot more softer.
I can't recall having a Butterfinger, or if I had it, I can't recall, because, well, some of the American chocolate I've tried over here has not necessarily been amazing, because they sell some of it in supermarkets now, stuff like cookies and cream. And I know Hershey is derided, put it lightly.
All right, time to try out this this Whisper with its air bubbly goodness.
Yeah. It's a very soft bar to bite into.
Oh, look at that. It's normal on the outside, but oh, what happens when I bite into it? What kind of bar is this? Holy crap. It definitely feels kind of light.
Yeah.
See, I was expecting something like, I don't know, giant bubbles like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, it's definitely bubbly, but not in the massive sort of bubbles. It's very subtle, and sometimes when you open the bars, open the packs or what have you, you'll end up seeing bits of bubble actually in the surface as well.
Alright, since I'm skipping the caramels, this is going to be the last one. The Cadbury Twirl. Already it looks like a Twix bar. Not a Twix bar. A Kit Kat. Because it looks like you could just break it in half and then share one half with a friend.
You can share it, but it's not got any sort of wafers or anything in it. It's more about the texture of the chocolate rather than any extra sort of ingredients to go, ooh, hey, this offsets the flavour, because, well, the chocolate's meant to be enjoyed.
Well, I have to say, much like the Whisper, it is kind of light inside. To where it feels like you're... Sorry, to finish that. To where it feels like you're eating chocolate cardboard, but that inside kind of good, that chewy inside goodness. That's a horrible description. I apologize. I just don't know what else to compare. I just don't know what else to compare.
It's got a very, very thin set of structures inside, so to speak. So while it holds a decent form, it's not exactly thick and it's not exactly heavy to try and get. And again, I might be bad mangling the way of describing because, well, I'm not very good at descriptions anyway.
Dude, you helped me out better than anyone else could. I figured there was only two people that I knew that could talk me through this, and I figured that you'd probably be the better one of the two. I don't know. I don't know if Dawn has chocolate bars.
Dawn doesn't have chocolate that often, but she has it more than me. However, I'm still have it in to be able to describe stuff that I can go and at least say, yeah, that is definitely still being sold over. Because stuff like Curly Whirly are definitely being sold over here. It's just you don't them as often.
It is kind of it's definitely a treat to be able to try something different because our wrapped chocolate candies consists of Reese cups, Three Musketeers, Snickers, Twizzlers, which ain't even chocolate, Hershey's whatchamacallits. I wish I was making that up. They actually call it whatchamacallit. Snickers, and all the different variations of that. There's one called Take 5, which is it's got 5 different substances inside of it. It's got chocolate, peanut butter, caramel, pretzel, and I think nougat. What's up, Don?
Yes, that is Dawn.
Hey, Don, long time no here. Oh, remember the good old days where the 3 of us hung out while I streamed some classic games?
How you doing?
Oh, I got some British candies.
So I heard. But yeah, me going out just a moment ago, that was because one of the snuggled up and I had the audacity to stand up. Just clawed my ass.
I heard something that sounded like a really loud squeak, and I figured, oh, is there a cat in the house? What's up?
No, that's Tony, John's brother. Still living with us.
Gotcha. So yeah, there's this huge care package on Amazon with all the different cans. And I figure eventually a Japanese care package.
Yeah, some of that stuff would seem interesting, honestly. Stuff like the different flavoured Kit Kat.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that's going to be in the package,
No,
but
yeah.
I'll find out once I get it. So yeah, let's review the ones that I will not be trying out because they got caramel in it. The Starter and the Cadbury Caramel.
Yeah.
The picnic, a little bit disappointing. I was expecting raisins. Did not taste a single raisin in there. Tiny Tina would be proud. The double decker tastes great. I enjoy that strange hollow feeling inside. It's not too not too bad on the teeth. Curly Whirly can eat a dick.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird one. Shape and all.
Are you sure marijuana's banned over there?
Yes, marijuana is banned. Believe me. Dawn would want to try and have some for her epilepsy if it wasn't.
And it would probably go great with the candy bars. Anyway. The first one I tried, as soon as I can pick it up, the Dairy Milk. That was a great one. I enjoyed that. The Flake, I actually remember this being mentioned in the OSW review, and it tasted great. Just as you mentioned, they talked about it as well, where you open it and just explodes all over the place.
Yeah.
The Wispa, I enjoyed that, and its hollowy goodness. The Twirl was interesting. I liked that as well. All in all, I like how Cadbury tries to mix it up, but at the same time doesn't really change anything at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most of the time we've had stuff like that over here, it's basically been more about the chocolate being decent, or at least semi-decent, depending on which recipe or what have you.
Now, I'll try and follow this up sometime next week, whenever I get another day off. I want to follow this up with American Cadbury flavored chocolate, and I want to see if you've got any of these particular ones there as well. I don't know, because to be honest, I never really bothered to check out the exotic chocolate section over at Walmart or Kroger.
Yeah.
Or my local IGA, which is a local brand. Mostly, when we think of Cadbury here in the States, all we think of are the Creme eggs, which are sold. They're sold year-round, but they're pushed really hard during Easter.
Yeah, that's about right. They've done stuff like special Halloween versions of the cream eggs over here.
Now, over there, is the marketing the same way?
In what way?
Over here, at least back when I was growing up, they had not a chicken laying these eggs, but a white bunny rabbit.
A white bunny rabbit laying cream egg.
Yeah, and it constantly makes the walk kind of sounds, but it's a bunny making chicken noises.
I don't particularly recall that sort of thing, and as far as I'm aware, Dawn doesn't. The ad campaigns for Cadbury's cream egg involving a bunny that basically acts like a chicken and lays cream eggs. Yeah. Yeah. Getting confirmation.
I mean, I could try loading up the YouTube clip of the American TV ad, but I don't think I can find it in time.
Yeah, fair enough. Because some of the American chocolate I've tried, not necessarily been amazing, but when it comes down to Hershey's, I have tried cookies and cream, and that was alright. I can eat that.
Oh, cookies and cream. Awesome stuff. I love that stuff.
But I know that other flavours often get derided because of the fact they don't taste great or what have you. So I haven't tried many of the other flavours. Plus, we do get Pop-Tarts over here in the American import sections of the supermarkets.
Yeah, I'm sure they sell really well.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts are decent enough, but they can be hell on your teeth at times.
Hello.
See you all.
I don't recognize this person. Who is this?
This is John. He is a very good friend of mine from England.
Yes.
And if you
So you're a tea drinker. Got it.
Actually, no, I don't drink tea. At the moment, I'm drinking cherry Coke.
A man after my own heart. Well, technically, no, I don't drink soda, but hey. You're drinking something American, so that makes you slightly better in my books.
So I've been trying out some British candies and sharing my experience with John, because I figure what better way to do this than with a Brit.
Yeah.
Cadbury chocolate is delicious. You guys beat the pants off our chocolate.
Yeah. Like I said, the only real semblance of chocolate I've had that's American has been Hershey's cookies and cream and maybe Pop-Tarts and stuff of that nature, but...
I mean, if you don't mind... If you don't mind cheap, Butterfingers aren't bad.
I don't know if they've actually got those in the import sections over here at the moment. I think they might have had at one point.
They're a Nestle product.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can vaguely recall maybe hearing about them. I can't recall if I've actually...
I do have a quick question. Seawall, how often how often do you check the candy section at the supermarket?
Well, I just moved to a new area, and the candy section, it's got the general Swiss imports. I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's one of the more popular ones. I've seen a couple of imports I've seen before. Begins with an L, Lid or Lind or something like that.
Lint or Lindor?
Something like that, yeah. They've got like the creamy and extra creamy milk chocolates. Those are pretty good, but I'm sorry, I even think British chocolate's better than that.
Because one of the Swiss ones over here that we do get is Lindt, of course, but we get the Lindt Excellent stuff, which is varying degrees of cocoa in it, from milk chocolate to dark chocolate to extra dark chocolate. I don't remember. But we also get the Lindor balls, where basically it thick outer shell of chocolate, and inside is sort of creamier chocolate in a sort of mousse type thing. So you bite in it, and once you get through the shell, it's really soft. And yeah, the amount of packs of those me and my other half have gone through.
Ooh, Legend of Zelda card, gold.
I've got one of those packed away.
Oh, it's a flask!
Yeah, I think I've seen that being showed off on one of the YouTube channels I watch. I can't remember.
So yeah.
Official Nintendo product, by the way. There was a parody product called Legend of Flake, but that was by a third party.
Yeah.
You can get these at GameStop for about $20.
Well, it's part of gaming is cool now thing, even though actual gamers are not cool.
God.
So it's more.
We are our own culture. Normies, get out,
I wouldn't go as far as normies get out but I'm definitely on the side of hang the fuck on.
Yeah.
You were thinking it's shit years ago, and now you're thinking it's all trendy and cool. What the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you exactly why they think it's trendy and cool. Our good friends at whoever the fuck makes is it Call of Battlefield or Duty of Call, or I don't know what the fuck it is. They're the same game at this point. I remember original Battlefield 1942. It was amazing. Battlefield 2, really good. After that, went to hell. Because COD 4 came out.
Call of Duty 4 in itself was a fun game.
But the problem is they haven't stopped making that game. They've made it how many times now?
Yeah, that's true. True. They've made minor differences between each sort of release, but
you know what?
Oh.
You know what they should do in one of these games just to mess with them? They should, instead of shipping out a new Call of Duty game, they should repackage Arma and see what happens when people try it. Like Arma 2 or 3, the hyper-realistic shooter. You get shot once and you don't have a medic in the party, you're basically crawling everywhere.
Didn't they already repackage Operation Flashpoint as Arma Cold War Assault?
I haven't kept up with Arma 2 in a while. So yeah, I just remember that there was something called Arma 2 Combined Operation. Poop? Why do you have Poop the game, Reese?
I just have it.
Yeah. The thing is, the mainstream game companies they're killing themselves.
Oh, I can't disagree with that. One of the things I want to see come back is original Xbox titles.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff needs a re-release because recently I did pick up about some 7 games.
Also, I still have multiple axes to grind with EA because the account because my account got hacked. I didn't notice the email for the change in email until after the link expired. And
no.
Yeah, I actually went to their please get help section. They have no lines of communication open for hacked accounts.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
I've sent in 2 reports, but apparently harassment. Oh yeah, you can totally send them an email about player harassment. It's called the block button, people. You don't need moderators when dealing with a couple of retards on the internet. It's called the block button.
Yeah, I think that some people will do more to try and get past the block button, unfortunately. But, you know...
Well, by that point, you can easily just send... You don't need a dedicated button to harassment for support. You need a dedicated button for my account got hacked.
Yeah. Though the thing is, EA's support, despite the fact it doesn't have a thing for hacking, is still infinitely better than Steam support.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I've never needed to use Steam support.
There's a VAC ban on my account because of the fact that my account got hacked a few years ago.
Yep.
After I hadn't been using it for a long while, well, I suddenly had a need to use it again, went to sign in, hey, you can't fucking sign in. Oh, right, someone else has got my account. Brilliant. I only had the original Half-Life generations on there at the time, so it really didn't affect me that much.
Yep. Yeah. My account just got backed one day. I don't know why. It just happened. But you know, Steam has a no appeals process built into it.
Oh, tell me about it. That pissed me off. I tried to get that VAC ban taken off, and this was back when you actually could get VAC ban taken off.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yep. Well, the thing is, I got around it pretty simply. I just basically got a second account and I bought the orange box on it, and congratulations, I could continue playing those games. Whoop de frickin' do.
The VAC ban affected my original Half-Life generation stuff. It didn't actually affect anything past half. It didn't affect anything Half-Life 2 onwards because of the fact it didn't have Half-Life 2.
Yeah. The only thing that the VAC affects me on is if I want to play some of Valve's games that have multiplayer, but that's it. And the one that I did like playing a lot, well, even though it says it as VAC active, they had to turn it off. And that was Gary's mod.
Oh, Gmod.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had to turn it all off, but they pretend it's still on, even though it is off. Yeah.
Oh,
so
stupid.
You can get VAC but still play Gary's mod. It's because Gary's mod just turns off all of the safeties, so the system could accidentally ding someone playing Gary's mod if it was still online, just by someone no clipping around in a server.
Yeah,
other
that's
things.
true.
So yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, and the thing is, hacking is pretty rare in Gary's mod just because there are so few games that are actually competitive in it that would benefit from hacking. A lot of Gary's mod stuff is you build contraptions and they, explode, take down the server, and then you restart. That's it.
Yeah, give me a second. I've got to go and grate some cheese.
No problem.
Sounds like a plan. Seawall, I was about to ask, What all Cadbury products are being sold on U.S. shores?
Well, I've moved to a new area, but I got lucky that the store I was working at in the area when I was still there. I've since moved to Texas from California, but we had an import section, and we had several Cadbury products. I think most of their more popular milk chocolates in the normal size and the large size. They also had fingers, some sort of crunchy cookie, I can't remember what it was called, and then they also had biscuits, which was another product from Cadbury, which is basically like a vanilla wafer covered in chocolate. It was amazingly delicious.
I need to try this.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to look for a store that imports. My store stopped importing after a while.
Oh dear, I think I may have screwed this puzzle up.
Oh no! How dare you, Reese? You're dead to me.
How dare I indeed.
So what's the point of this puzzle?
The point of Picross is to try and create a Picross, a pixel using the clues on the sides.
Oh, okay.
And you are to guess where exactly the squares are, just based on the number clues. Like for example, this one line here, it says 7. Well, this is a 10 by 10, so obviously these 4 squares will have to be involved. So I fill those in. This one is 9, which covers almost the entire line except for 1, which I think goes up here because this is a 2. It starts with a 2 and then ends with a 1 somewhere. So the 1 is elsewhere, which means the 7 couldn't possibly come up to the top here.
Welcome back.
Yeah, grating cheese.
Yeah. Gotta grate that cheese, yo. Us Americans just buy pre-shredded.
Either pre-shredded
And me and Dawn have been watching Rick and Morty.
What about Rick and Morty?
Hmm?
What about Rick and Morty?
But he's been watching them.
Yeah, that last episode, Jesus Christ.
Season 3, episode 10?
The very last one, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
It was alright, because I can't say that it was perfect by any stretch, but some of the stuff in it was interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, goodbye, Mr.
That would be Dawn in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an okay episode. Not the best season send-off. They've had 2 pretty good episodes so far for the other 2 season send-offs.
Yeah. Because I think really what it proved is the fact that Rick, for all of his might as a god figure, it's not really gonna have much effect otherwise, is it?
Well, okay, Rick and Morty pushes a kind of very nihilistic viewpoint. Yeah. So, and well, even though it's fun to play with nihilism, nihilism just doesn't work in society. It's a society killer.
Oh. Yeah. Agreed.
I have no opinion. I don't really watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing I was hoping for, I'm guessing we're going to see it next season, is the final conflict between Evil Morty and C-136 Rick. Or C-137, my bad.
I'm not sure it's going to work that way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to work that way at all.
I mean, have you heard the various fan theories that have cropped up?
There's too many fan theories.
Well, okay, the simplest one, that Evil Morty is Rick's original Morty.
I'm calling bullshit on that primarily because of the fact that it's too narrowly focused.
Yeah.
Because surely, and correct me if I'm wrong here, in the Infinite Universe theory stuff that Rick and Morty works on, surely there would be another Morty that is also evil in that sense.
Yeah.
So it kind of begs the question, is there really that sort of situation where it's like, oh hey, one very specific Morty going after one very specific Rick, when in actual fact there's multiple timeline versions of that Rick, technically, and multiple time.
Yeah. Well, I've actually come up with a nickname for a near identical universe. If the infinite universe theory is correct, that every decision we make creates another universe, I've come up with a nickname for universes that are effectively identical with such a minor superficial change you'll never find it. I call it cheeseburger versus chicken sandwich universe. Because one day, one person decided to get a cheeseburger, and in another universe, they decided to get a chicken sandwich. It's so minor that it's not going to cause any effect at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly. Which is why the whole Evil Morty being the original Morty of C-137 Rick or what have you theory falls flat on its face, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, small suggestion, the little 5 blocks at the bottom, scoot it over one more left.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out where it might be where there might be some sort of stuff.
No, not that far left. Not that far left.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, perfect. That position, and then we have yeah. I'm starting to figure out how these puzzles work, kind of. Just a thought, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then you have one. And then you have room for one of them on one of the two on the bottom right. So, yeah.
Nah, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of spitballing here, man.
Oh, it's alright. Picross is serious business sometimes.
Yep. It's like Sudoku.
By the way, you can pick this up on Steam for free. It's just simply called, what is it called? It's Picross something.
Yep, no problem.
Picross Touch. That's the name of it.
Oh, Reese, I don't know if you watched it yet, but the Westwood Pathfinder Westwood Session 1 went okay for Ty's game.
I've heard.
We had some minor difficulties getting the virtual tabletop working, so we jumped ship into Roll20. And for a crash.
Now, when you say virtual tabletop, Obviously, we're not talking tabletop simulator.
No, we're talking stuff like map. You remember when Lord Cat did stuff with map tools?
Yeah.
Don't mind that. That's Dawn just trying to brush.
Hold on. One of my guys in Shadowrun, and my Shadowrun group is poking at me. I need to talk to him.
That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream in a little bit. Sometime next week or sometime later this week, you wanna hook up for some online MAME? I finally got it up and running.
Hear about it at least. I can't promise, but it's not out of the question.
Cool. But yeah, I finally got the blasted thing working, and well, Kiri and I have been having a ball, and I would really like it if you could join us sometime.
Well, see, yeah, because is it that thing that you were referring to, or is it another version of MAME?
It's parsec.tv. You would simply be interacting with a kind of like a stream viewer.
Yeah, I thought
shares
that.
Oh, go ahead. But yeah, what it does is that it shares inputs as well as mouse control, and it allows up to 4 controllers to connect to me. So I'm thinking we have tons and tons and tons of MAME games that we could do. In fact, I've listed all the ones that we can do with 2 players, but well, actually there's plenty more, but these are like the better ones. Then there's ones that go up to 3 players, which some of them I have a feeling are not going to go too well because they require analog control, and some actually require mouse control more than analog. And then there's the 4-player games, which there's a ton of.
Because one of the things is, I have a Hori Relocate Pro 4 now, so I've had it for a couple of years, but yeah.
Still need to get my controller built. Got all these awesome parts I want to put together, and I just don't know how to put together a control interface. Or the lighting interface.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to have it set up to where the buttons would light up when I pressed them. I got nothing but a bunch of clear buttons with some colored LED diodes that would go inside the buttons.
I'll have to link to you the stick I have.
Sounds like a plan. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, for those tuning in, I thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Until then, happy eating.